Well, hey folks, Real Aussie Witcher Richlands, my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Year's Dash 2019 event, and this event was very, very enjoyable, especially one particular six-man tag, and I'm giving this a thumbs up. Big thank you as always, Jen, for sending me that. I really do appreciate it. Pull above my head, let me know what you think by grading it. Let me know in the comments what you think the breakout feuds will be, the best feuds, what championships you see changing hands and when, just, out of curiosity. And what are your thoughts on New Japan doing some more U.S. expansion, like doing some U.S. shows? Do you like it? Do you think it's too much? Do you think they should stick more to doing, just shows in Japan? Do you like that they're doing a London show? What locations would you like them to go to? I personally like to see them come to Washington State, maybe in 2020, but we'll see. But let me know what you guys think. And by the way, thank you guys so much for the positive feedback and the great feedback for videos, whether it was back, in 2015, 2016, 2017, last year, this year. Thank you guys so much, whether it's New Japan or anything else. Thank you guys so much for that. So, the card was literally announced last minute with the exception of the never open weight six-man titles, as that was decided at Wrestle Kingdom with the pre-show gauntlet match that they did. So, Kevin Kelly and Chris Charlton were on commentary. Don Callis was not there. The Impact Wrestling Homecoming at the Nashville Fairgrounds show is going to be happening tomorrow. And obviously he had to fly home to take care of that, as he's one of the main figureheads there. And okay, I wish nothing but the best for that show, even if I'm not going to watch it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it if you do. But Kevin Kelly, Chris Charlton provided very good commentary. Rocky Romero joined later. And speaking of Rocky Romero, Rapogni 3K and Rocky Romero versus KES and Iizuka in a fun opening match. There was an attack by the Suzuki-gun members. Duh, of course, that's what you're going to get. There was a spot where Archer chokeslammed Rocky Romero onto the apron, which, as we know, is the hardest part of the ring. Rocky does get targeted. He gets tagged to his boys. There's some Iizuka antics with biting. There's some good tag work and everything. There was a funny moment early on in the thing where, before the chokeslam, where Rocky's trying to do the continuous clotheslines to Archer, and Archer's just selling less and less and less, where Rocky's just running into a wall. But at the end of the match, Yo manages to get a roll-up on Iizuka for the 1, 2, 3, and then Rapogni 3K and Rocky Romero bolt, and they bolt out. They bolt either back to the backstage area. Rocky Romero's running from Archer through the crowd. That was pretty cool. Rapogni 3K and Rocky Romero gain the victory, is the right call. Anytime Iizuka's usually in a match, like especially a tag match, he's going to take the pin. Like, unless it's Suzuki in like World Tag League. And then Suzuki will get the victory. KES afterwards does beat up the Young Lions, as you would expect. And then we get Yujiro and Chase Owens versus Hanma and Hanare. And this was fun. This was a fun match. Hanma wants a match with Hanare, and we'll see what happens with that. Hanare really should be on the Wrestle Kingdom card next year, and hopefully he will be. Even if it's in a tag match, I really want to see this guy have a chance to be on a big stage. Granted, not everybody can be on every Wrestle Kingdom card, but hopefully he can be. Chase does mock Hanma with the Kokeshi. Of course, Chase ends up injuring himself. Peter, I think, or Peter, however you say her name. The bunny girl that's with Yujiro. She even gets a slap in at one point. Hanma does eventually get tagged in. Hanare had a good showing, using some good strength. Hanma does get tagged, does hit the Kokeshi, makes the crowd happy. Hanare does show impressive strength, but soon afterwards, Chase Owens hits his package pile driver on Hanare for the 1, 2, 3. And it's funny that Yujiro and Chase were still wearing the Bullet Club gear. I wonder what's going to happen. If you saw the event and you're watching the review, then you already know. Rocky joins commentary for the third match, pretty much from the third match to the end. Then we get the Best Friends versus Juice and Finlay, and they were tying something I totally forgot about. Beretta was supposed to face Cody for the IWGP US Championship at a Ring of Honor event, but Cody had hurt his knee, and Beretta and Juice faced off in a number one contenders match, which Juice won. Now Beretta he felt slighted. He's like, I want a shot at Juice's championship, which is fair. And I'm so here for that. If they stretch this out, if they do that G1 Supercard, I would actually be for it. Now, I don't know if they will. I obviously don't know what the G1 Supercard, card is going to be. I might actually be reviewing that one, which will actually be a whole lot of fun. But the whole point is Beretta and Juice were having, the commentary is very focused on making this feud mean something. And I'm here for it. I think it's going to be a great feud. They did put over also how dominant Juice was at Wrestle Kingdom. And Finlay got targeted. Finlay actually had a pretty good showing at Wrestle Kingdom, winning, getting the win for his team in 2 matches in the Gauntlet match, and then eventually falling to the Killer Bomb. But he had a really, really good showing. There were some good exchanges you would expect, especially with Beretta, Juice, Juice and Beretta having some good moments. And this match was more just, is Chucky T gonna snap? Well, he did snap. Eventually, at the end, he just got a chair. He said, "Okay, fuck this." Uses a chair on Finlay, and then Beretta's upset him and everything. Juice is upset. Like, Beretta's got a chair too, but Juice is upset, and then Juice gets cracked over the head with a chair. A lot of headshots tonight with chairs, as I'll get to in another match. This was enjoyable though. Beretta seemed upset with Chucky T. There was this cool moment though in the near the beginning of the match, shortly after the bell started, or after the bell rang. Beretta hit a move and then went into the crowd. Apparently his mom was there, Corkin Hall, and hugged her. That's a nice moment. I can only imagine how proud she is of her son, seeing him be able to wrestle in a famed, arena. It was just really, really cool to see parents supporting their children like that. But yeah, Juice got cracked over the head, so basically DQ. Finn Juice does win. Beretta was upset at Chucky T. I don't know what's going on with this. We didn't find out who the Mole in Chaos was. Maybe there was no Mole in Chaos. Maybe it was just a way to make, Chaos not trust each other. But then we get to, in my opinion, the best match of the night. And not a match that I thought I was going to say that about. Nothing against the participants, but you thought, okay, it'd be a nice little match. Yuji Nagata, Jeff Cobb, and Kushida versus Will Ospreay, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto. Fan-fucking-tastic match. Great pace, great everything. There were so many feuds that they teased here. Cobb and Goto reigniting their feud. Nagata and Ishii. Kushida and Ospreay, but this time, not for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, but for the Never Openweight title. So damn fun. If you see no other match on the show, if you skip the first 3 matches, you're not really missing anything. I mean, nothing against them, but watch from this point on. The show gets a whole lot better. This was the best match of the show, though. Best goddamn match of the show. The pace was electric. It was amazing. Everybody got some shots in. Ospreay was much, much more heelish, even though he showed respect to Kushida and others at the end. Much more heelish and much more deliberate, and I liked it. This can tease a slow burn heel turn for Ospreay as he grounds his style some, even though he would hit some aerial moves. He's starting to be more deliberate, and that's a good idea because it will extend his career, and also when he does the flashy moves, it'll mean more instead of him just doing flippy shit, and almost scalping himself, doing a Spanish fly off the frickin' apron. Good God, please don't do that again, Will. Nagata and Ishii, though, having some great stuff. Kushida and Ospreay. Kushida did get targeted. Cobb and Goto. I think they would make a hell of a team. An unlikely team, but I think they would make a hell of a team. Now, the elbow was teased. There was really, really cool. There were a lot of really good, really good exchanges here, especially Ishii and Nagata just kicking each other like crazy. But near the end, Kushida and Ospreay in the ring. The elbow to the back of the head is teased. Ospreay did not do that. He ended up hitting the Stormbreaker on Kushida. 1, 2, 3. You have to wonder if Kushida is going to go to WWE. And I don't necessarily like to discuss speculation on here. If he does, best of luck to him. If he doesn't, cool. I want to see Kushida versus Ospreay, though, a lot more times. And if it's for the Never Openweight title, I am totally here for it. And it's going to be a great, little tweak to their feud, which they've had really, really good matches in the past. Even as recently as last year. It feels weird to say 2018 was last year because 2019, weren't we supposed to have flying cars by this point? No, apparently not. But what a fun match. Honestly, tremendous match. Ospreay gets a victory for his team. This was really, really good. And did a little fist bump, show of respect to Kushida. Still going to be a slow heel turn, and I'm here for it. It's going to be tremendous. This was a very, very fun 6-man tag. And then we get to a match that was good, but not great. Makabe and Yano and Taguchi, the most violent rugby players, if you really want to be honest, versus the Gorillas of Destiny, Good Guy Tamatonga, Tangaloa, and Taiji Ishimori for the Never Openweight 6-man titles. And it was decent. There was some good comedy. Taguchi did get, he got tagged. There was some cane usage, of course. As you would expect, Yano doing some antics, even though he was supposed to be scared of Tamatonga. Yano does use a chair behind the ref's back. There was a ref bump. Things break down. Chase and Yujiro run down, stop Togi Makabe from doing the King Kong knee drop. Well, Yujiro does. But since the referee's down or distracted, what ends up happening is Chase ends up hitting package pile driver. Oh God, Makabe's down. 1, 2, 3. Chase and Yujiro, even though they were targeted and they were attacked at the G1 special in July of last year, they're now part of Bullet Club. So Bullet Club's got 2 more guys. Honestly, this might be what's best for Yujiro, and especially Chase, who is pretty much a job guy at best. This is a bigger role for them. It's something good. And hey, they never got rid of the Bullet Club gear. With the leak on none of the Elite were on this goddamn show. Omega wasn't. Cody wasn't. Hangman, the Bucks, none of them were. If that was their last appearance, period, for New Japan in general, okay, it's a bit disappointing, but whatever. They've especially Omega, he's done about all he can in New Japan. So if he goes all Elite Wrestling, all Elite Wrestling takes off, great. That being said about this match, cool. I mean, ape shit, by Tangaloa, and he pins Makabe, but it was okay. It wasn't really a shocking change. It was like, oh look, Yujiro and Chase actually have something to do now instead of losing in tag matches all the time. But there we go. They celebrate, and then we get Suzuki-gun versus LIJ. This felt fresh, though. See, because they did that too many times last year, especially in the earlier part of the year, where it got to like variations of Suzuki-gun and LIJ facing off, and they would just go outside, they would brawl, there's all this stuff and everything. This felt fresh because LIJ had such a tremendous Wrestle Kingdom 13, amount of matches. I mean, they won. They were 3 championship matches and 1 titles. Taichi just cracks Naito over the head after Naito makes his entrance. I don't know if that was because Naito was actually injured. Not injured, but they didn't want Naito to do way, way too much because he did some, but he was selling his head a lot and selling a beating. Obviously, they didn't want to get Taichi over as a contender for Naito's Intercontinental Championship, and they did a damn good job with it. I'm actually sold on this match. I was curious who they were going to have Naito face in his first defense. Yeah, Naito was virtually like a non-factor for a lot of this. This was a lot of outside action, as you would expect. Naito did look hurt. There's plenty of brawling all over. At one point, Suzuki just had a guardrail and just was choking Sonata with it. That's what Sonata gets for railing against him. Bad joke. Terrible joke. But anyway, there's belt usage. Near the end, you had, while the referee was distracted, Taichi gets the Intercontinental Championship, bashes Naito in the head, and then hits a big. I don't remember the name of the move. I didn't catch the name of the move, but Taichi hits a big move, and almost a variation of the air raid crash, but 1, 2, 3, and Taichi says that he wants to face off against Naito, and then LIJ gets laid out. Also, it's like so Suzuki-gun looks pretty dominant, and I believe 2 years ago they had come back to from being banned from New Japan and attacked LIJ. So actually it sort of makes sense. Everything's coming full circle. Now we can see what happens with these matches as things go on. But if Taichi beats Naito, it frees up Naito to win the G1. Or maybe frees him up to win the New Japan Cup. Maybe he only holds it for a month because he doesn't really want the title. Maybe he wins the New Japan Cup and beats Tanahashi. Who knows? But actually, I think they're going to go a different route. Because for the main event, we get Jay White, Gato, and Bad Luck Fale versus Tanahashi, Okada, and Yoshihashi in his comeback match. Yoshihashi got pinned in his comeback match. Because of course he did. One, it's a good thing that Yoshihashi's back. I'm really, really glad. This match was outside quite a bit. Yoshihashi got targeted quite a bit. He had some good flashes, but it's literally like he never left. Because Yoshihashi got beat up quite a bit. I mean, he did have some teases of almost pinning Jay White. Okada did get tagged, though, during the match. He attacked Gato. Tanahashi and White, again, at Sakura Genesis. Are they going to have Sakura Genesis, or are they just having the G1 Supercard? Because I know the G1 Supercard's like a few days afterwards, so I'm not really sure what they're going to have. We'll see what happens. I think Jay White's winning the New Japan Cup, though. That's what I think is going to happen, because you end up having a Blade Runner from Yoshihashi. He pinned, or Blade Runner to Yoshihashi. 1, 2, 3. Jay White then is like running down Tanahashi, saying, "Well, you look at you, you can barely fucking walk," which he's not wrong. I mean, yeah, with a hell of a match Tanahashi had with Omega, but Tanahashi's done after this main event run. He will still wrestle, but he has beaten his body to shit so much. This is going to be his last run. Do I think Jay White's going to beat him for the title? I think he could. If he doesn't, Naito's going to beat Tanahashi. But it's going to be very, very interesting. So, basically, it was a typical show, very, very light on surprises, but still enjoyable. I'm going to say B. I'm going to say a B show. Not anything way, way crazy. But especially for that, that middle of the show match with Ospreay, Kushida, and all those guys. Definitely giving it a B for that. Enjoyable show. So that's what I have to say. Again, the poll is up there. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin, and I will see you soon.